Hey Steph, Happy New Year to you. Let's see how we've already done one already this year, haven't we? But right, so this is 42 Range Street here, technically Camberwell. It's actually a very nice location. Give you an idea here, looking down, that's the Glen Irish Road, I think. So yeah, look, we're about 150 meters, 200 meters, whatever. From the traffic, you can't hear it at all, but a very beautiful tree-lined street, as you can see. It's a super little spot. Interestingly, lots of couples here, lots of young professional couples, so you know there's going to be high interest. It's the middle unit, so as you can see here, look, you got one at the front there, and where everyone's coming in and out in the middle there. So we're just going to step through. Look, going to be quite mindful, obviously, as people as I walk through this one, but I'm going to walk and talk. Alright, so you can see this one, this is the front one here. There's going to be some form of body corporate here, I'll establish that. And so you can see this is the frontage here, the street frontage, and then it does adjoin via the garage, possibly garage only. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in this little cluster. The letterboxes, yeah, 4 in total. Now looking here from the outside, everything's nice and tidy from a roof perspective. I think it is original, but it is all very nice and tidy. As always, we'll have a specialist confirm that. But all these soffits, fascias, downpipes, guttering, look all nice and tidy throughout. So it's actually a very well maintained. Look, the driveway here, a little bit of cracking, but it's all nice and clean and simple. So yeah, in terms of parking, we've just got plenty of street parking here, unrestricted, but we've got a decent sized garage. Technically, you might be able to fit a car in front, small car in front maybe. Whether that's permitted, I'm not quite sure. But nice big garage space, extra depth with some old storage cupboards there, power, but also you can incorporate some attic space there as well. We wouldn't do that for a tenant, but from a capital growth perspective, this will always appeal, like it is right this second, it will always appeal to owner-occupiers. A couple of points here, that's a very old electric switch, plus there is I think there's a little bit, the age of these places, it's not uncommon for there to be a little bit of movement. There's clearly, I'm not sure you pick it up here, there is some movement as we go through. The big question is whether it's still moving. If it is, then we don't touch it. If it's moved and settled, no problems whatsoever. But again, leave that to the structural boys. But yeah, I'm just going to look at the power here because I think it's all quite old. We'll just check that as we go through. Nice little frontage here, as you can see. All the brickwork's reasonable. I think it's been freshly painted as well for the sale. Fly screens as well. Just going to pause this and pop inside. Right, so just popped inside here. Yeah, it's a very busy house. So to give you an idea, nice wood flooring all the way through here. As you can see, it's been presented and staged for sale. But I think the master bedroom's on the right here. I'm going to just work this as I go through. Lots of storage, as you can see. Big wide opening into the living dining room, which is super spacious. Really nice space, Steph. Yeah, like I say, all decorated throughout. So continuation here of all the wood flooring, heaps, as you can see, heaps of space for chairs. You know, this would be really popular for tenants. We've got split system cooling up there, it's working pretty well, can fit it right now. Capped off old fireplace, which is ideal for rent. Big wide opening now into the kitchen breakfast room, which is pretty sizable. I'll come back to that in a few moments. Further doorway through into a huge laundry. Little manhole cover there as well, which is good. Lots of storage space, provisions for all the bits and pieces, which is good. Basin. Yeah, look, this is really nice. Outside now for orientation, absolutely bang on. It's virtually, I think, northish facing here, so all day sun, which is great. Got a little Murby deck area here. Now, interestingly, just going to point this out here. Right, this is quite common properties of this age. You can see the guttering's just, these fascias here are starting to deteriorate because this is just going to get pounded by sun all the time. So, you know, perhaps medium-term maintenance consideration here. There is a right of way. Okay, so there's a gate here. Not sure if you can see it. Gate, and then also gate directly behind us. All right, so this property here will have a right of access through this garden, which is not really ideal. The reality is they're never really used, but it is a consideration. Water system looks in fairly decent order, looks fairly modern. Little Samsung condenser there as well. Look, it's all actually for its age. I expect 35 odd years old, 35 maybe 40 years old. It's in tip-top shape. Few little maintenance jobs. You know, the fly screen's deteriorating there, but it's been steadily repaired over the years and improved. Yeah, like you can see that this is some sort of areas that are deteriorating, but like I say, expected for the age. Kitchen's actually well designed, lots of, thank you. So, I'll move around you. Yeah, heaps of cupboards, slimline dishwasher. It's actually just a laminate work surface. Bosch oven, electric fan assisted, gas top cooking, little space for, it's a compact little kitchen, but heaps of top space and storage. Through separate WC, which looks like it's been recently done. Look, this has just been tidied up for sale. Bathroom, mainly original, with new sort of a new basin, but yeah, like original bath. The tiling he's gone, you can hear that. Old style shower cubicle. Look, I'm sure it's all fine, but look, I'm not testing as I'm going. If there's interest, we'll come and have a better look at this one. Nice guest room. It's actually very cool in here. Nice. That's probably the double brick. These things are. It's not double brick. No, it's not. It's timber frame and a brick veneer. Little built-in storage cupboard. But as you can see, look, double bed there. Heaps of space in this room. It's nice. Huge, big front room. So both bedrooms are really spacious, actually. Built-in wardrobes. Now, there's only split system cooling throughout, no ducted heating, so that's a consideration as well. Look, I think overall it's all taken in consideration. The pricing, which is with the range 7 to 770. Okay, righty then. Yeah, look, it's. I'll let you have a look at this one, Steph. See what you think. It's. My gut reaction is. It's a. You know, in terms of price-wise, I would be surprised if this sold below 800,000. It's probably the hottest marketplace at the moment. It's that you know, everyone that's inside there, they're professional couples, and there's some investors in there as well. Obviously, investors want to buy it within the range, 7 to 770. But the reality is, I'd be surprised if it went within that range. So look, bear that in mind. Give it some thought. And let's go from there. But as you can see, look, all the houses around here, this is a superb area. This is a capital growth area. It's a capital growth strategy. The yield, so the return, will be naturally lower. I need to give it some thought in terms of, you know, what that would be. But as you can see, look at this thing across the road. You know, it's a high quality area, which will perform nicely for you in the medium to long term. That's for sure. Okay, let's see where we go. Cheers, Steph.